Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 9th of August and today we have to see 11 questions. Each question today is very important, so be attentive and be focused till the end. And to get PDF of all these videos, you can join us on Telegram by writing the channel's name Students Point. You can also follow us on Instagram by writing the username The Students Point. And if you are finding our videos useful, don't forget to like the video and do share the video to contribute in the growth of the channel. So let's begin, but first we will see a question. Everyone has to try to answer this question in the comment section. The question is, which country has conducted the test flight of LGM-30G Minute Man III missile recently? These are the options. Read the options carefully, then answer it. So let's begin now. The first question. PM Swanidhi scheme was launched by? So it was launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So here C is the right answer. The scheme aims to target over 50 lakh street vendors who would be eligible to avail working capital loan of up to rupees 10,000, and the street vendors will be allowed to repay the loan in monthly installments in 1 year, and if someone can pay earlier than the tenure, an interest subsidy of 7% per annum will be credited and the subsidy will be provided every quarter, and if someone pays earlier than the estimation, then there will be no penalty for that. It was in news because Union Urban Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry has launched letter of recommendation model for PM Swanidhi scheme. What is this model? The model is designed to give access to street vendors who do not have identity card and certificate of vending and are not in surveyed list for availing benefits under the scheme. Because in India, most of street vendors don't have identity card, so this provision will provide huge relief to them. Next question now. The recently constituted committee by RBI to make recommendations on resolution of COVID-19 related stressed loans is chaired by? So this committee is chaired by KV Kamath. The committee is intended to make recommendations on resolution of COVID-19 related stressed loans. Other members of this committee include Diwakar Gupta, TN Manoharan, Ashwin Parekh, Sunil Mehta, who is CEO of Indian Bank Association as a member secretary, and the Indian Bank Association will function as secretariat to the committee, and the committee will be fully empowered to consult or invite any persons it deems fit. Next question now, very important question. Which article provides that chairman and other members of UPSC shall be appointed by president? So article 319 provides that chairman and other members of UPSC shall be appointed by president. And recently Pradeep Kumar Joshi, who is presently the member of UPSC, took oath of the office and secrecy as chairman of UPSC. Earlier, Pradeep Kumar Joshi also held office of post of chairman of Chhattisgarh PSC, chairman of MPPSC. He also served as director of National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration. And a member of UPSC can hold office for a term of 6 years or 65 years or whichever is earlier. So if a person attains 65 years of age before completion of even 6 years, then that person will have to retire. Or in other words, we can say in other condition, the condition may be that if a person attain 6 years or complete a tenure of 6 years, but he has not attained the age of 65 years, then also that person will have to retire. So this statement that whichever is earlier means that. And chairman of UPSC is ineligible for reappointment to that office. So once a person has served as chairman of UPSC, he cannot be appointed or reappointed to that office. And UPSC is India's central recruiting agency, and it conducts examinations for fulfillment of post of All India services and Group A, Group B services for central services. And one more thing, everyone must buy one atlas. Every time I locate any news on map, you must locate that area on your map as well. You must have atlas in your school time as well. That will also suffice all aspirants. And you must locate those areas which are covered in our daily current affairs videos. Those are very important as they are in news, so that before examinations you may quickly revise by just looking at those locations, pointed locations in your atlas book. They may ask you one question on either lakes, streams, channels, or some islands which were in dispute or in news for that year. Though they ask just one question, but that one question is very easy to score if you have read that news. So everyone must have an atlas with them, and every time I tell some news about any map, you must locate that area on your map as well. Next question now. Consider the following statements about Comptroller and Auditor General, in short CAG. Let's see. The appointment, oath, service conditions of CAG is dealt in Article 148 of the Constitution. This statement is correct. And CAG audits accounts that are related to expenditure from Consolidated Fund of India, Contingency Fund of India, Public Accounts of India of Centre, every state and union territories with Legislative Assembly. This statement is correct. So here all of these statements are correct. C is the right answer. And the reports prepared by CAG are to be submitted to President, and President present these reports to both of the houses of Parliament. And if the report is related to any state or any union territories with legislature, then President present this report to Governor or LG of that UT, and then Governor or LG of that UT present it to Legislative Assembly of that state or that union territory. It was in news because former Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Girish Chandra Murmu, has become the new Comptroller Auditor General of India, and he succeeded Rajiv Maharshi. And the tenure of CAG is just for 6 years, or retirement of 65 years, or whichever is earlier. He can be removed from office only by the President, that too in accordance with the procedure mentioned in the Constitution, in the same manner as that of removal of Supreme Court judge. Next question now. Which is the only country in the world which has started online exit examination for seafarers? So it is India. India has started online exit examinations for seafarers, and it has been recently launched by Union Minister for Shipping. Seafarers who are getting training in different maritime training institutes under Directorate General of Shipping can now appear in exam from their homes. Next question now. Loya Jirga. Loya Jirga, which is a mass gathering, is prevalent in Afghanistan. So yes, C is the right answer. And it is a mass national gathering that brings together representatives from various ethnic, religious and tribal communities in Afghanistan, and it is convened to settle larger issues of national interest. According to the Afghan constitution, a Loya Jirga is considered to be the highest expression of the Afghan people. However, it is not an official decision-making body, and its decisions are not legally binding. This point is very important, that the decision taken by this body is not legally binding. It was in news because recently a 3-day Loya Jirga Grand Assembly has been called in Afghanistan to decide whether to free about 400 Taliban fighters who are convicted for serious crimes including murder and abductions. Next question now. Consider the following statements about reports on future of news in India. Let's see. It has been released by Vidhi Center for Legal Policy, which is a Chennai-based independent think tank. No, this is wrong. It has been released by Vidhi Center for Legal Policy, but it is based in Delhi and not in Chennai. And it highlighted that worsening economic health of print journalism threatens its ability to credibly inform public and act as an institutional check upon power. This is also correct. So here only second statement is correct. First is wrong. So here A is the right answer. The report has recommended Competition Commission of India to investigate the dominance of online advertising platforms. Next question now. The proposed inauguration of submarine optical fiber cable will connect. The recently proposed inauguration of submarine optical fiber, which will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi, will connect Chennai and Port Blair of Andaman and Nicobar. So here D is the right answer. And this is how this will look like. It will go through the seabed and it will connect Chennai to Port Blair. So now Indian Navy will have to secure, otherwise Chinese कभी भी आके इसे काट के चले जा सकते हैं. And Prime Minister Modi will inaugurate and dedicate to the nation the submarine OFC of nearly 2300 km length connecting Chennai and Port Blair on 10th of August 2020. The submarine cable will also connect Port Blair to Swaraj Dweep, which is earlier called as Havelock Dweep, Little Andaman, Car Nicobar, Kamorta, Great Nicobar, Long Island and Rangat. This connectivity will enable delivery of faster and more reliable mobile and landline telecom services to Andaman and Nicobar Islands at par with other parts of the country. And it will provide 2 into 200 gigabits per second or Gbps between Chennai and Port Blair, and 2 into 100 Gbps between Port Blair and other islands. And the project is funded by Government of India through Universal Service Obligation Fund under the Department of Telecommunication, Ministry of Communications. And Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, in short BSNL, has executed this project, while Telecommunications Consultant India Limited are the technical consultant for it. Remember this body that BSNL has executed this project, and it has been funded by Government of India through Universal Service Obligation Fund. And the foundation stone of this project was laid by Prime Minister himself in 2018 at Port Blair. And if you have not liked the video yet, do like it and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. Next question now. Which agency has released a report called as Consumer Confidence Survey? So it has been released by Reserve Bank of India. And this report has some parameters like economic situation, employment, price level, spending and income. The report is released every 2 months. This is important to note that it is released every 2 months, not every month or not annually or every 6 months. It is released every 2 months. And there are 2 indices in it. The first one is current situation index. Next one is future expectation index. Some key findings of this report were: consumer confidence has dropped down to 53.8 in July 2020 from 63.7 in May. The current situation index has been 53.8 and the future expectation index is 105.4. Next question now. Consider the following statements about the Food System Vision Prize. This is again very important. It was launched by USA based the Rockefeller Foundation in partnership with Second Moves and OpenIDEO in 2019. This is correct. And it is an invitation for organizations across the globe to develop a vision of regenerative and nourishing food system that they aspire to create by year 2050. So here both of these statements are correct. So C is the right answer. And it was in news because Nandi Foundation of Hyderabad, which is a non-profit organization, was selected as one of the top 10 visionaries in the world for Food System Vision 2050 prize. Nandi was recognized for its Araconomics model, and Nandi has applied this Araconomics model in regions like Araku in Andhra Pradesh, Wardha in Maharashtra, New Delhi, leading to Food Vision 2050. What is Araconomics? It is a new integrated economic model that ensures profit for farmers, quality for consumers through regenerative agriculture. Next and last question now. The Agalega Islands belong to Agalega Island belong to Mauritius. So here B is the right answer, and here Mauritius is located in the Indian Ocean, and it is leased to the Indian military for development of strategic assets. And it was in news because Mauritius has declared environmental emergency due to oil spill caused by Japanese owned ship that was stranded off the coast. So I hope you find the video useful. Do like and do share the video, subscribe and press the bell icon. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay safe and see you again tomorrow.